Welcome to our special episode on PGCert in Enhanced Instructional Practices, awarded by University of Essex and delivered by Beaconhouse International College. Today we are talking about something very close to the heart of every teacher listening in: professional growth. And how far can you take it without ever stepping away from your classroom? I'm joined by Mrs. Fareeha Ahmed, Director, Education Development, Beaconhouse School System. Mrs. Ahmed's name is synonymous with education, innovation, and growth. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you,
Mrs. Ahmed. Before we get into the program, I know that my listeners would love to know more about you, about your journey in education, and what led you to where you are today.
Thank you, Mehr. It has been quite an unexpected journey. So, since my childhood, I was told that I have to become a doctor. And I got into the medical school, but after the first prop, that's 2 years, I got married and moved to another city. And I could not complete medicine. And that was a huge setback for me. And I hated teaching. I never wanted to become a teacher. But then people convinced me that I need to do something, and teaching is the best way to get yourself occupied. All right, so then I joined Beaconhouse, and that I think was the best decision I made. I started as an early years teacher, then taught primary, taught science to and mathematics to middle school, and then physics to O levels. And this whole journey gave me the appreciation for how learning develops from early years all the way up to adolescence. And another good thing about Beaconhouse is that it believes in investing in its teachers, professional development, which very few other schools in Pakistan do. So I attended a number of in-house as well as local international programs, both accredited, non-accredited, attended lots of conferences. I went for a 6-week summer school to Bradford to work on special educational needs. And then again, Beaconhouse sent me to the UK to do my master's in educational leadership and management. And all these courses have changed the way I think, or they have rather, changed my perspective on teaching and learning. And I'm looking at both leadership and teaching and learning from a very different angle now. And there has never been a dull moment in my life at Beaconhouse. There's always something new happening, and these courses, these programs, this professional development opened doors for me. From a teacher, I became a senior mistress, a school head, then academic coordinator for the whole of the central region, which had at that time almost 40 schools. And then I became a curriculum designer, and I headed the curriculum wing as a deputy director for curriculum development. And now I'm working in my current position as the director education development. I never thought I'd become a trainer, but yes, I'm an accredited trainer for Exeter/Marjon, University of St. Mark and St. John. I'm accredited to teach both the certificate and diploma levels of the CI PDQs, Cambridge PDQs, Professional Development Qualifications, as well as the Bradford Certificate of Professional Studies in Education. So it's been quite an interesting journey, and I have no regrets. I think this was the best thing that could happen. I don't know, Allah must have decided something for me. At that time, I thought, like teaching, but I think this is the best profession that one can, engage in.
Wow, Mrs. Ahmed, what an inspiration you are for all of us, I must say. So, Mrs. Ahmed, from your talk, I'll take the cue. Professional development isn't a new idea, but it feels like that somehow it has become a much bigger conversation now, not just within Beaconhouse, but across education in a broader sense. So, why do you think that is?
I've been in the teaching, the education sector for the last almost 35 years. And when I joined, any teacher who was a subject expert could become a teacher, so if you're good at science, you become a science teacher. If you're good at maths, you become a maths teacher. And in Pakistan especially, as you know, there is no teacher license, and professional development is not seen as a necessity. However, things have changed. We understand that teaching and learning is, or rather, teaching itself is a specialized profession. We need to understand how children learn, what motivates children, how children can be helped to reach their full potential. I'm sure you must have heard the term pedagogy. It's a science and art of teaching. And there are different approaches to pedagogy, pedagogical approaches like project-based learning, inquiry-based learning, differentiated learning, flipped classroom. These are all models that are based on or grounded in theory and practice and research. So teachers, in order to have an impact in their classroom, to be able to change the lives of the children in front of them, need to have the skill set to be able to, and more so now with technology and the speed at which the world is changing, it is extremely, extremely important. We cannot do what we did when we were in schools. It was a jug and mug thing, The teacher had all the knowledge and it was being poured into the child. This is not what is expected now. Knowledge is not essential now. It's available, it's accessible, internet has it, and now AI. Within seconds, we need to develop skills like critical thinking, communication, problem solving skills that I as a student did not develop. But we need to develop these in our students so that they can thrive in the world that they're going to enter. So all the more reason that there should be professional development in schools.
That makes sense, Mrs. Ahmed, and I think there's a lot of debate going on across the world now on pedagogical, impact in higher education also, because exactly like you said, it's no jug and mug thing now. You really need to work on the skill set on your students. So well, that brings me to our program now, because this isn't just a workshop or a short course that we are dealing with. So what exactly is PGCert in Enhanced Instructional Practices, and who is it really designed for?
The PGC in Enhanced Learning Practices is an online program which has been accredited by the University of Essex, which is one of the top-ranking universities in the UK, especially for teacher education. And it is being provided in Pakistan by Beaconhouse International Colleges in partnership with Essex. And it is an accredited qualification. The best thing is that it is meant for in-service teachers who are practicing in their schools. It's not about putting your teaching on hold and joining a B.Ed program or an M.Ed program for a year or 2 years. It's about ongoing learning on the job through this course. So on the online platform will be translated into practice in the classroom. So whatever they learn, like let's suppose a teaching strategy that they've learned, how to motivate children, or how there's this new strategy they've learned, they can go back into their classroom, modify it according to the needs of their children, and use it. There's a direct impact of what's happening in the training room onto the classroom in which they're teaching. So this is a big advantage of such programs.
And I think that is the edge that it has over other professional development opportunities that we are providing our teachers. So, Mrs. Ahmed, can you tell me how this certification supports career progression for our teachers?
Well, one thing I've learned in my career is that every learning opportunity opens doors to other new opportunities. So one other thing is, it is going to improve your CV. Your profile as a teacher is going to improve. But it's not about just the certificate. It's more than that. Your classroom practice is going to improve. You'll have the knowledge and skills and that confidence to be able to move into a more responsible position, so I would suggest teachers who would like to become trainers, who would like to take up school leadership positions, teachers who would like to just be more effective teachers in their classrooms, teachers who would like to be curriculum designers, they should do this course. This program.
That's a very tangible outcome, Mrs. Ahmed.
Because in the end, when people will observe you in the classrooms, the confidence with which you'll be teaching, and the reflection that's going to go on in your classroom, that's going to improve your chances of moving upwards.
Well, let's get into the practical side of things. You've already talked about it a bit also, but I would like you to walk us through the structure of the program, its duration and its key components.
So there are 2 modules. Each module, there are 3 components of each module. One is the guided learning, where in an online class, there is a trainer who guides you through various activities, and this happens only once a week. For 6 consecutive weeks, this happens. So there are 24 sessions altogether, and during these sessions, there are scenario-based activities that they'll be doing. There'll be simulations. There's going to be research that's going to be shared. There's going to be case studies that are going to be shared with them, along with theory and strategies that the trainers have designed for you. And then the next thing is you'll be able to go and apply these in your classrooms. The next is the practicum. One of the most essential and most valuable elements of this course is the practicum. So we don't want in the end students to just sit through an exam and clear it. We want them to take practices back into their classroom, apply them, evaluate them, reflect on them, and put them in their learning journal. And that constitutes the 22,000 word assignment at the end of each module. The first module focuses on the learning environment. It focuses on a positive learning environment. It focuses on teaching and learning. It looks at differentiation, how to motivate students, how to reflect as a teacher. As individuals, we do not reflect. We do not analyze a situation and then synthesize from it. We just make assumptions. So I think that's another skill that's going to be taught, and there's going to be a lot of research skills that you're going to develop. So your classroom is going to become a small research setting, and this is called classroom research or action research, where you're applying things. And so there's no formal examination at the end. It's just a submission of 2,000 words, a journal plus evidence.
Or reflection and learning journey. Well, it's fascinating, Mrs. Ahmed, how this has been deliberately designed to go around the real classroom needs. Thank you so much. So, what is the mode of the delivery? If you can tell us, is it flexible for the working professionals?
Yeah, we understand teaching is a very, stressful profession, and the schedules are very tight, and they're very tight. And even if one class is missed, you have to make up for that. So substitutions don't work in most cases. So teachers have the flexibility. So there are 2 elements. One is the guided learning, which is a fixed time when they'll have to be there for about 3 to 4 hours once a week. And then there is self-study. In self-study, we're expecting teachers in their own time to, read, reflect, contribute to what is happening on the platform. We're expecting teachers to comment on each other's ideas. So there's a collaborative and collegial environment developed on the platform that's been designed for them for this.
They learn from each other.
They learn from each other. Like they won't be able to move to another assignment, another task without commenting on each other's work or reflecting on their own work and sharing it with others. So it's quite a collaborative approach that's been designed for this, and we really appreciate that, because otherwise teaching is a very lonely profession. You are in the classroom alone with 20 kids or 30 kids. But this collaboration, talking to each other, learning from each other, sharing your issues. It brings the fun element. So that's something that you can do and you learn from each other.
Well, this flexibility bit is really the differentiator here. And the blended learning part that you're talking about, I know, Mrs. Ahmed, as I've been a teacher myself also, that most of the time it is not about the opportunity itself, but it is about the logistic bit. Because if it is blended and during weekends or whatever, then you don't need to step away from the classroom and you can continue with that also. Well, University of Essex is not just a name on the certificate, Mrs. Ahmed. It ranks 12th in the UK in the Guardian University Guide 2026, and globally it sits at 438 in the QS World Ranking of Universities and 301st in the Times Higher Education World University.
That's so
rankings.
impressive.
So this credibility behind this certification is very, very rare. So that brings me to our last question in this podcast. What makes this PGCert stand out from other professional development opportunities available to the teachers?
Available to teachers in Pakistan, one thing is the online and the accreditation given by Essex University, as you yourself mentioned. It's ranked amongst the top universities of the UK, especially for teacher education. And not just that, it's not going to improve, like I said before, your profile, your CV is going to give you the skill set to be able to improve the teaching and learning in your classroom and help you go up your career.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ahmed. This has been such a clear, honest picture of what this certification actually offers. Thank you so much for walking us through it and for your time today. Would you like to say something to the teachers listening in?
To the teachers, I'll say that all professionals invest in their areas. Doctors invest, continuously update their skills. So do lawyers, so do architects. Teachers need to invest on their own professional development. And just remember, it's not about the certificate, it's about improving yourself. It's about investing in yourself, not your professional development. I'm sure you must have heard the term continuous professional development, CPD. This is something that you need to strive for. Whenever you get an opportunity, please invest your time and energy on that. It's not an investment in terms of money. You're not paying just for the qualification. It's your own, you're investing in your own self.
Well, to everyone listening, if you have been thinking about where to take your career next, this conversation might just be what nudges you forward. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.